I'm from Croatia, and there I have a small professional theater company called Don Quixote, because we're doing only comedies. I'm a director and PR manager and also writer, and that's my main job in my life, and I travel all around Croatia and the world and perform my performances.
Okay, you're happy to have you here. Now I'm in Vienna, right?
I'm working on a small scale. I don't have a company. I'm just a freelance artist. I'm doing dance performance, directing music. I have a band as well, and I'm here as artist. I don't have an institution. I don't represent institution. Lisa is doing my production management for the projects. I'm Polish, so I have also some connections with Poland. But what interested me mostly is the artistic kind of idea about all that, like Ministry of Favorite Songs. I really like to mix theater and music.
How did you hear about it?
From David. He invited me to. He asked me if I want to be a part of it, and I didn't know a part of what. And this is why I'm here to figure out. But I'm happy to be here and to get to know people who do different stuff.
Okay, thank you. Now I come to Bochum.
Bochum, yeah.
We are now in Bochum.
Okay.
And this is?
Michael. I'm Michael. I live in Bochum, which is close to Cologne, 50 kilometers from Cologne.
And 300 kilometers to Hamburg?
Yes, 350 to Hamburg, yes. And I have a agency for artists. I work as a disc jockey, and also I'm a travel organizer and travel guide in this function. So David found my flyer, my travel flyer.
It's called Sinnstiftendes Reisen.
Yeah, that means meaningful traveling, something like this. And so I can show more maybe tomorrow with a little presentation.
Super. Now?
Lublin. Maybe Lublin.
Lublin?
Yeah.
Poland, right? No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Come on,
Lublin.
Lublin is
Where is Lublin in Poland?
on the southeast side. Like
Okay.
the European gate to the east, the Ukraine and Russia. So, what about my work? I'm strong connected with Net Theater.
What is it?
Net Theater.
Net?
Net Theater is established by Pavel Bassini.
This is Amsterdam.
Yeah, we're now in Amsterdam.
We are in the Netherlands. My background is I'm a dancer, performer, and I started to do my own work as a choreographer and theater maker. And I live in the. I'm originally German, but I live in the Netherlands for 14 years now, and I founded together with a friend, Nadia from Georgia. We founded a small company to produce our work 2 years ago.
And have you worked with David before?
No, we met. We got in touch through a friend of mine who was an actor in David's play. So and we'll tell about this later. But
okay.
very much.
We'll present tomorrow more the ideas and the theater. It's just the first input that you get to know each other a little bit, and now we have dinner. Dinner, we say, huh? Okay.
Wir müssen es jetzt auch aufessen, ne?
Ach so, ja. Das ist like Falafel.
We just thought that it's good before we start with that, go more into details, and that every institution, every person, every artist tells more about his own approach, his own plans, that we're more open to start with a more general view. The idea was not to have like a more abstract discussion, that you could talk very abstract about this thing, but I thought, okay, we have people coming here who are artists in Europe, and I was just curious to say what is a different situation, like Lukasz?
Our culture center in Lublin. This public institution supports at the moment six professional groups. One of them is Net Theater. Net Theater is probably first theater around the world, which gave performance through internet. It was 5 years ago when he shown premiere show, let's say, premiere show through internet, and the counters shown us that this play was seen by 16,000 people from around the world. Most of them were from USA and from very east side of Asia. 16,000, yes.
You usually don't get it if you play in theater.
Yes. No way to do it in one space. And for 3 years, Net Theater and Pavel Passini is in Lublin. This is also in the branch, because Pavel Passini is, in my opinion and in opinion many theatrical persons, one of the most active, if not most active, director in Poland, in whole Poland, because he's creating his place in many parts of Poland, sometimes at the same time. So he's all the time, almost all the time, in the travel.
Yeah, we just start collecting somehow kind of impressions. Jochen, this is just for me also association. Why I switch over to Jochen is because Jochen also is preparing a project that is has a connection between internet and theater.
There's really a major shift happening in the Netherlands due to cultural fundings, just to the term how money is distributed and how you can apply for money. So what we want to establish now is making this project that generates alternative income for artists, and we call it the Museum of Performing Artists, or my own private artists. It's called the MOPA, and it's just actually what it is a virtual space. So we have an internet platform. It's not a centralized theater like one spot in the city, a building. We want to make a theater that is spread out and it's decentralized in the whole, that's taking place everywhere in the city on various time frames. And so what we want to do is to organize small-scale performances like that can take place in artist's home, or that can take place in public spaces on location. And any artist can, offer on this internet website, can offer, or on this social network, it's a social network, to be precise in the terms. So they can make a profile of themselves, of their performances, and then audiences are matched to these profiles and they can book themselves. So we're cutting out, there are no programmers in between, there are no theaters. They're really like you write a message to the artist, say like, oh, I saw you have this show there and I would like to come with 5 friends, I don't know, and we would offer you this amount of money to pay for that, and can we match our interest there? Like that was the main idea. Now we started like developing it. It becomes more wider. It becomes more open also to bigger performances, or to produce performances that are not even that are not produced yet, so that you can offer an idea as well, and some people can like sign in on that idea and give you space to realize that.
A little bit about the situation we are in Vienna. I think still, if I meet people from Berlin or somewhere else, or they will still say, "Oh, you are so lucky! You got so much money! Wow!" So we are also complaining a lot, and it's also cut, and it gets cut more and more because of the crisis and all these things we know. But still, I think also we have to say there is still money, so we stay. And I think it's very interesting to have this exchange now here. But what is very difficult most of the time is that you always have to have a lot and then you get more. But when you don't have anything, it's very difficult to get something. So I think it's a bit. It's my impression in the EU. It's a little bit like it will get now in the Netherlands, although it had been already much better.
Yeah.
Because there was something. It's just what you said. There's something in between, because people are not doing the big jump once. It's little steps.
We have a kind of funding system, and we still have a life of alternative theatre. Maybe I started with Spain, but now I'm talking about Hamburg. Okay, because we have somebody from Hamburg here sitting together with us. It's Tatjana Dübbel, and she's working here on a festival. And maybe she can give an impression about the scene, the
situation. I think, I think the funding system motive is very interesting, because I think there are a lot of differences between the European countries, but I don't know what really independent theatre means in each country, because I thought that what you were calling independent theatre, for example in Poland, you meant like independent theatre does not exist in Lublin because everybody gets public funding.
Yes.
So you think you with independent theatre you mean groups that produce without any public funding,
By their own sources.
with their own sources.
Like a
What
private
we
company.
understand as independent theatre is always with public funding.
Okay.
Well, not always, but it's also with public funding. So maybe it's interesting to first have a general view about what we're talking about. Most independent groups get also funding, public funding. They have to apply for it once a year, and then there are also groups which produce completely without any funding. But
in Hamburg there is, or in Germany, much more money. So I was a little sometimes frustrated to be in Germany, because like I felt we would only rehearse if we have money, and something felt wrong. I didn't know what it was. And then I went to Spain and there is no money. Or we, at least the kind of art we wanted to do was not the art that we could get money for. And there I realized we just did what we needed to do, and we did it low budget, but we did what we wanted to do, and it is a different experience. It's like you have no money, you have to do other jobs or whatever, but when you actually get together with artists, you really have this burning thing with like, I have to do this, and I don't care, I don't have money. And so I'm kind of, like balancing both things and trying to learn from both, from this thing of like, hey, we're artists, we need to have money, and actually good money, we need to live from this, but we're still artists and we have to be able to, whatever there is money or not, doesn't matter, we have to just keep going and keep getting together. And so yeah, it's nice to still experience also in the US. I was very surprised to see that people insane, like they have no money and they do crazy price, and I don't know how, but they just do it. And so it's just a learning process from both, because at the same time it's like in Spain it's like, oh, it's okay, there's no money, so we just do it. They're like, well, but you have to fight so you get money, from the state. So it's this, these different systems. It is very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Altona wacht auf, sein Lyrics im Haus. Musik eine Religion, aus mir schießt Munition, mit der ich mich belohne. Du erschwerst die Schwerter, mein Geist ist ein Gelehrter. Die Tragik sind wie Leiden des jungen Wärter. Ohne dich kein mich, ohne mich kein Gesicht. Keiner gleicht sich, einzigartig, dein Glanz in den Augen. Du suchst es noch draußen, doch er ist hier. Der Tempel, in dem wir bouncen. Bounce, bounce, Rhythm, Soul, Energy, Flow. Dein Körper ist ein Tempo. Rhythm, Soul, Energy, Flow. Your body is a tempo. Rhythm, Soul, Energy, Flow. Dein Körper ist ein Tempo. Rhythm, Soul, Energy, Flow, dein Körper ist der Tempo. Wenn du nur wüsstest, was alles bei dir ist, dass du alles bei dir hast und fast alles in dir passt. Die eigene spezielle Klasse, die dich atmen lässt, keine Wut, die dich stresst. Du bist ein Fest, du erfährst es jetzt, in diesem Moment.
Andi Grundstein war das mit Your Body's a Temple, seinen Lyrics. Vielen Dank. Und wir machen jetzt hier weiter mit Behörde für Lieblingslieder. Die Behörde für Lieblingslieder ist ein Projekt, was vor ein paar Jahren in Hamburg-Altona stattgefunden hat. Und im Moment findet hier in Hamburg-Altona das Projekt Altona macht auf statt. Und wir haben uns überlegt, zu diesem Zweck die Behörde für Lieblingslieder noch einmal auferstehen zu lassen. Und ich habe hier neben mir den begnadeten Musiker Georg Scheljassow stehen. Hallo Georg.
Hallo David, hallo Altona.
Ja, also bitte auch auf Georg achten. Georg begleitet mich jetzt. Behörde für Lieblingslieder, die Idee des Projektes ist, dass wir Lieblingslieder sammeln. Wir werden jetzt hier weitermachen mit Musik und wir haben hier zwei bezaubernde Gäste, Georg Scheljassow und Judith Tellado. ¿Estás listo? Okay.
¿Qué te importa que te ame si tú no me quieres ya? El amor que ya ha pasado no se debe recordar. Fui la ilusión de tu vida un día lejano ya. Hoy represento el pasado, no me puedo conformar. Hoy represento el pasado, no me puedo conformar. Y las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar. Si me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás, con qué tristeza miramos un amor que se nos va. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Dankeschön.
So we are in Hamburg. It's Friday, I think. I don't know. The second day of the European Ministry of Favorite Songs, or for favorite song. I always used to say Ministry of Favorite Songs. And we are staying together. It's a nice group from Spain, Italy, Croatia, Germany, Holland, Austria. I don't know. I don't remember many more. And that is really nice. And I hope that the project will start, that we could get the money, because I would like to greet all the staff in Italy, because they are doing the project.
It was the network connection, the internet platform, and it was how to connect the single projects.
We expressed the desire to have a real world network, like to really arrange meetings on different spots as the project is running, I think, or in advance, which I think there is this kickoff meeting in Valencia probably, but we were also thinking of if we could have a meeting in Vienna, for example, or if there are possibilities to raise funding for that. That's for the real life. And for the virtual life, we were starting with the idea okay, we could have a very simple blog that could function as a platform where people could exchange. But then we thought, a blog, that's a bit like somebody starts writing and then it goes linear down, and in the end you have a lot of texts, but you don't really find the information you need. How can I say that?
It's not that structured.
It's not structured that you read it.
Yeah, so kind of keeping in mind that if we're going to have our website, we should document what we do.
It's a pleasure to meet people from various backgrounds, from various institutions, and just it's always very, I think, very good and very inspiring and very helpful to collect different opinions in order to let the whole project grow more fast.
I'm producing projects, and these projects are very much highly inspired by the social life, by the place I am in. They are mostly theater projects. I mean, it's a performance theater project. I cannot say it's a theater, pure theater, but it's also the performance in the sense of a fine art performance. I'm coming really from dance, and then I reach towards music, choreography, and things like that. I always work with inviting different artists to work with me, either on a really collaborative basis, either it's my concept and my proposal, and then I ask them to bring inputs. And I decided just to talk now about 3 projects that I think can be somehow connected to all this big structure here, because this is my first performance that I did with music. That was a serious performance. I mean, it was not serious, it was super comedy, but it was like a big first performance that I did with music. I'm here because I'm very interested in bringing performance and theater and music together, because music is something that really much speaks to people very directly. It's something where you get immediate response, and theater is a place where you actually do not get an immediate response. So for me, these 2 things to bring together is the best way to actually do theater. Maybe music can help theater and theater can help music. And I think the music can also really much break the borders. It can bring people together, but it can also teach us a lot about how societies were shaped, and also about different generations and about the changes that happen in the moment. Yes, and I'm very happy to be here because I get to know really great people, very interesting people who do very different things, but it seems we have very similar problems and similar interests. And yes, I'm interested in bringing all this theoretical, empirical experience into practice. I'm looking forward how it's gonna be.
I'm Lana from Croatia, and I'm coming from Ivanić Grad. It's a small city near Zagreb, but I established there a theater company. We don't have a place, we don't have anything, so we moved to Zagreb. That's the capital of Croatia, and I have some good connections to all the theaters there. And they gave me space for the rehearsals, and that afterwards I gave them my shows for free, so we make it like that. And we are existing only for 1.5 years, and the situation is even better and better, but government doesn't give me anything, so I just pick up some money from the tickets that we sell shows, and we travel all around Croatia, and now we are spreading to Slovenia and to all the ex-Yugoslav countries. And basically I'm a professional writer and director, and I'm also a producer, and we made a few theater shows for children. So we are coming to the schools, to the kindergarten, and the other solution is that we are going to the other theaters like Rijeka, Osijek, so there are other towns in Croatia. Also we do theater shows with the deaf and blind people. I know I'm speaking the sign language, and we are going to the schools and we learn hearing children sign language, and then we have short performance, something like that. And now in preparation we have Pirandello Cabaret. The premiere will be in 2 weeks. And it's the first show for the adults in my production, in my theater Don Quixote. And for the next year we will prepare, we have a working title, Buenos Dias, Señora Almodóvar. So we are searching for some partners in Spain. And we already have a good collaboration with Spanish embassy in Zagreb, so see you next year in Spain somewhere. And that's it.
This meeting is really great. I enjoyed a lot. I got to know the people and their projects, and before it was only virtual. You just make some mails, but you don't have really an idea what they're doing. And now they showed the films and they talk, and you can ask, and it's a really very important meeting to build up more of this. I'm Tanja Lauenburg, and I'm working for the Altonale. I'm doing the theater department, which I developed from 2006 till now. We are now here in front of the Laden Büroraum Börse der Sehnsüchte, kind of a place where people can come by, and this project is called Altona macht auf, which means Altona opens up. We invite people, citizens from here, from Altona, Altstadt and Ottensen, to open up their window and the balcony and bring something out in an artistic way. Really to open up their mind and just go out and go for it. Just do it. Dance or sing or read or whatever. You can do what you want. You are invited to do what you want.